Samach Melech Bavel al Yerushalayim be'etzem hayom hazeh. On that very day, that day of Asarah B'Teves, the Babylonian king and his army surrounded Yerushalayim. And that is why, even when Asarah B'Teves falls out on a Friday, we fast. In fact, the Abu Draham writes that if it were possible for Asarah B'Teves to fall out on a Shabbos, we would also fast. Be'etzem hayom hazeh. But perhaps we can suggest an additional reason why it's so important to fast on Asarah B'Teves, whether it falls out on a Friday or even hypothetically on a Shabbos. And that is because if you consider the three fasts connected to the destruction of the first Beis Hamikdash, you'll notice that Asarah B'Teves is the first one. The walls were surrounded on Asarah B'Teves, the walls were breached on Shiva Asar B'Tammuz, and the Beis Hamikdash was destroyed on Tisha B'Av. And Chazal, in their infinite wisdom, are telling us that we fast on Asarah B'Teves no matter which day it falls out, because instead of focusing too much on the outcomes, always remember that it is more important to focus on the process, to understand the motives of the enemies, to understand what you can do to prevent something like this happening in the future. How can we be better prepared? What can we do to keep ourselves safe? Sof Maaseh b'machshava techila, we say in the Lechadodi, that Sof Maaseh, the actions, always begin with a kernel of a thought, with an idea. It's so important for us not to get caught up in the results. Yes, we are a results-oriented society, but if we are able to focus on the process and trust the process and remember to use the data to help us understand what we can do to get better, because we're always looking to grow, we will be better off in the long run. So perhaps from a little message of fasting on Asarah B'Teves be'etzem hayom hazeh, we remember not only the beginning of the end regarding the destruction of the Beis Hamikdash, but we remember something even more important, and that is to always think about how we can get better, how we can improve, what we can do to keep ourselves stronger and more connected and plugged into Hashem. And through that, not only will we no longer have to worry about aschalta de puranusa, the beginning of our downfall, but we will be zoche to have aschalta de geula, the beginning of our redemption. Have a wonderful Shabbos.